Welcome to the new video. Today we're actually going to be discussing and covering basically everything you need to know about the upcoming update this week in combat achievements, a pretty highly anticipated update that's been in the works for quite a while. But first off, let's go ahead and start with the basics. Combat achievements are a one-off set of combat-based tasks and challenges exclusive to members. They are intended to test the player's prowess in combat-related content ranging from endurance challenges, killing monsters under a set time limit, and restriction-based tasks in which players must kill a monster in a specific manner. And it's important to note that certain tasks can be tracked currently, such as the player's boss kill counts and time-based tasks, and all of these, where it is appropriate, will be automatically completed if the player did complete it prior to the combat achievement system release. Therefore, for example, say you have 100 Zora kills and that was a hard task, it would automatically be completed as soon as the system is dropped into the game. Now moving on to task types. Tasks are sorted between 7 different types, and it's important to note that most tasks within the combat achievement system rely on the player's ability to complete them alone, although there are a few that will require multiple players to complete, such as the Chambers of Xeric, Theater of Blood, or the Nightmare. But now for the certain types, the first one we have is kill count, and this is essentially kill a boss a certain number of times. An example is kill 5 Obor or 50 giant moles. And then there are speed tasks, and these are kill a boss within a certain amount of time. For example, kill Vorkath in less than a minute and 10 seconds. Next we have restricted items. Complete the task without ever using this item. Successfully clear the fight caves without using any ranged weaponry. Then we have specific item requirements, and this complete the task while using a specific item. For example, kill the giant mole with a full Darox only set. Next type is the no damage type, and this is kill a boss without taking any damage at all or from a certain NPC within the encounter. For example, kill Zora without taking any damage from Venom Clouds, kill Ziliana without taking any damage, or kill General Grador without taking any damage from the minions. Next we have area restriction / stamina. Kill a boss X times without leaving Y space. Kill Kriara 25 times without leaving the room is an example of that category. And then finally we have the mechanic specific, and this is basically defeat a boss in a way that hints at how you're supposed to interact with that boss, meaning kill Skatizo with none of the pillars being active rather than just face tanking through maybe 1 or 2. And then another one, which is probably a much easier task in terms of the tier list, is kill Giant Mole with Protect from Melee active. But now moving on, we have the different tiers. And for the combat achievement system, there will be 6 different tiers ranging from easy, medium, hard, elite, master, and grandmaster. And with that, we're actually going to hop over to the poll blog where they gave us a little information in regards to that, as well as a potential interface overview for what it could look like once you pull up the combat achievement tab. These are probably just placeholder in terms of total task, and we don't actually know how many tasks there will be per category just yet until it is fully released. But in this, you can kind of see the bar as well as a task completed total, boss kill count total, skilling boss total, raid completions, top boss that you've killed, top skilling boss you've killed, and the top raids that you've completed. But apart from that, the one thing I did want to show over here when we hopped over, and these are basically like the requirements or recommendations per combat achievement category. For example, easy. In order to complete all of the easy tasks, their basic recommendations or requirements would be base 60 combats, 50 Slayer, and Dragon Slayer completed. They did want to note that below requirements are not intended to be a direct reflection of what is required, but they are more a recommendation for how progressed a typical account may be based on the content you'd be likely to complete. And then all the way from easy being base 60s to Grandmaster, maxed all combat stats, all previous requirements, experience with all PVM activities, and the tier will make our hardest content in the game and push players to your limits. But now finally, for all of the rewards you can expect with the release of combat achievements, once you've completed the easy category, you will get a lamp worth 5k XP in any skill above 20. And it is important to note that I'm not going to read through all of these lamps because they just perfectly coincide with the diaries, just with a little added benefit because there isn't as many categories in terms of diaries as there are in combat achievements. But as you can tell, the antique lamp just bumps up in experience as well as skill requirement. But now for some of the more interesting and unique rewards with combat achievements. We have first up with the easy, a 5% increased chance to receive an easy clue scroll from monsters. a teleport item tier 1, and this is 3 daily teleports to the God Wars dungeon entrance, right by where the large boulder is located. And then finally, the Like a Boss Slayer unlock will now allow players to have up to 37 boss kills, a +2 increase in terms of what it was previous to the update. And then moving on for the rewards from the mediums, they're just kind of all of these similar rewards, just with a buffed up quantity or potential. So a 5% increase, but this time to medium clues. Then we have 5 daily teleports instead of 3, and a +4 increase to the Like a Boss Slayer task. Now for the hard category rewards, we have a 5% chance increase to hard clue scrolls, unlimited teleports to the God Wars dungeon, +6 to the Like a Boss Slayer task, and now for some extra benefits, we have a brand new God Wars dungeon private instance if you have completed the hard tier of the combat achievement system, and these private instances will cost 150k, as well as the follower kill count / ecumenical key, and the follower kill count has now been reduced to 38 rather than 40, and the ecumenical key drop rate has been buffed from 1 in 60 to 1 in 55. And finally, you have the ability to cosmetically enhance the Dragon Hunter crossbow with combining it with QBD heads, making basically like a black cosmetic version that will have no extra benefits other than a cosmetic overlay. Now moving on to the elite rewards, we have a 5% increase to the elite drop rate, a new teleport item which gives you 3 daily teleports to Mol'ul Rek, which is the Tazar city right where the Inferno is located, +8 to the Like a Boss task. And now for some more God Wars dungeon benefits, we have now a 36 follower requirement instead of 38, another buff to the ecumenical key drop rate, and a reduction in price by 25k to the instance cost. But in addition to that, we have 2 different cosmetic overlays this time with the Elite. You can now put a Vorkath head along with the Dragon Hunter crossbow, giving you more of a blue version. And then there is also a cosmetic overlay with the Slayer helm that has to do with Jad. Now moving on to the Master Diary, we just have further increases or buffs to all of the previous things, with the only added benefit being a cosmetic overlay to the Slayer helmet, this time with a Verzik style. Now to end it off with the final tier of combat achievements, we have Grandmaster, only capable to be completable by all of the most experienced PVMers within the game, as they have claimed. You'll have unlimited teleports to Mol'ul Rek daily, Like a Boss with a +15 increase, allowing you to be assigned up to 50 bosses with that Slayer task. Your Slayer task to kill Jad or Zuck have been increased to 3 per task. God Wars dungeon benefits have been reduced to 30 followers, 1 in 40 ecumenical keys, and only 75k for a God Wars dungeon instance. And then finally, to end it off, we will have a Zuck style for a new Slayer helm design. But those are all of the rewards. There was one scrapped reward, which was a new best in slot offhand blade, which provided a offhand melee attack bonus all the way up to +40 with the Grandmaster tier, but this was scrapped after failing the poll with only 64%. But with that, that is everything you need to know with the basics or rewards in terms of the new upcoming combat achievement update. If you guys did enjoy the video, consider dropping a like. It massively helps these out. And if you're around here often, if you're not already, hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on so you're notified every single time a new video goes live. But with that, I'll catch you guys in the next video.